your attention is under attack. And I don't mean that in a conspiracy, flat earth type of way. It's just that your mind is genuinely under attack right now. And this is our objective reality living in the 21st century. You know, from the content that you consume to the apps on your phone, the adverts in your city, bro, even the technology that you carry with you every single day. Everything around you has been designed to capture your attention. And so everything is so bold and overstimulating, flashy and exaggerated because attention is so valuable. And corporations know that, and so they compete for it. You know, if you've ever watched Wreck-It Ralph, I think it's the second one where they go into the internet or the Wi-Fi or whatever. And you know, as soon as they land, this motherfucker's just harassing them and asking, oh, do you want to buy this? Are you interested in this course? Click this, watch this, pick me. And that's literally life right now. And when you actually personify all of this noise and digital clutter, maybe you start seeing all of this in a different light. You know, we are just constantly being nudged into the pool of somebody's tractor beam, and we rarely have the time to sit still and to live in our own brains, to live with our own thoughts. We are constantly being sold to, and we are constantly being distracted, and I'm starting to get really sick of it, you know. And bro, we haven't even gotten onto scrolling and screen time, and I mean, that there is just a whole different kettle of fish, because we already know that the world is trying to grab our attention constantly, you know, that's whatever. But when you willingly sit down to scroll, when you hop on TikTok or scroll flipping IG reels, that is when you actively hand over your time and attention. You are basically holding your hands out and begging for it. Oh, please, officer, please arrest me, officer, handcuff me. You're basically asking to be locked in a cell. You're begging to have your agency taken away from you, because now you have submitted to the almighty algorithm. Bro, you have come face to face with an infinite feed of endless content. You have squared up with arguably the most powerfully addicting creation of human history, and that is the flipping For You page, bro. And the FYP, the For You page, is immensely powerful. There's a reason Elon Musk bought Twitter for 40 something billion. There is a reason why all the social media CEOs were lined up like the Avengers at Trump's inauguration. You know, only the most engaging and perfectly paced, flashy, outrageous, or absurdly unique shorts beat out the competition and get served onto your For You page. You know, these shorts are perfectly tailored to you and designed to keep you doing. And the more you scroll, the better the algorithm understands you, and the better it gets at keeping you hooked and wanting more. Because it's designed to hypnotize people, and I don't say that lightly either. There aren't really many people that can consume short form content in a healthy and sustainable way. I don't know, let me know what you think in the comments, but I just feel like short form content just innately is not sustainable for people to consume. And you know, even on YouTube, I'll see a short that catches my attention and I pause for a second. You know, I'm thinking, oh, it's just one short, it looks pretty valuable, it looks pretty interesting, I might click this. Then I click and I zone out, and suddenly I'm 5-6 minutes in before I realized that I was meant to be doing something else. And those couple of minutes lost is damaging, bro, and we should be more outraged that motherfuckers are just constantly interrupting us from what we're gonna do. You know, imagine you're in the street and people just constantly interrupt you for 5-6 minutes at a time for multiple instances. And of course, I'm not the Buddha, I'm not enlightened, but as somebody who was once addicted to scrolling, I have become more aware of my behavior online. And so a couple months back, I had deleted Instagram, TikTok and whatnot, and to this day I haven't relapsed. And maybe I'm gonna bite my words here, but I'm pretty certain that I won't relapse at all, because I'm not sure if you can tell, but scrolling is not something that I yearn for at all. You know, scrolling does not keep me up at night. I don't have urges or withdrawal symptoms from not scrolling. And I'm saying this because when you quit, you're not gonna have these withdrawals either. Bro, I hate scrolling, and it disgusts me that I used to spend just so much time trapped and stuck in a loop of distraction from my purpose. But anyway, the point is that I made it my mission to eradicate scrolling from my life. I hate scrolling. I hate how it feels, and I hate what it does to my routine. And yet I am still lured in by the occasional YouTube short. And so imagine the lives of the people who actually want to scroll. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, when you choose to scroll, you aren't fighting the current anymore. You are now just actively swimming off the side of the waterfall. And so like I was saying, if you do want to quit, if you do understand that scrolling is doing you no good, in my experience, bro, the best way to protect your mind and attention online is, again, just to delete the apps. Like, it doesn't need to get any more complicated than that. You know, it's not worth trying to scroll in moderation, and it's not worth the time to try and prove to yourself that you are stronger than the algorithm. And let me tell you one thing that will happen when you quit. When you delete these apps, for the next couple of days, you're going to be opening your phone and you're going to find that your thumb is swiping to where Instagram used to be, or to where TikTok used to be. You're going to try and find Instagram on autopilot. You'll try and open the app, you'll try and open your feed, but then you'll remember that the app isn't even there anymore. And honestly, these moments, they might seem like they'd be frustrating to you, but to me, they were weirdly satisfying in a way. Maybe you won't understand what I'm saying, but it was so liberating to know that, okay, my mind wants to scroll, naturally so, I was addicted, but the options are not there anymore. You know, I've deleted the apps, I've chosen to cut ties, and I'm on the right track now. You know, it sounds kind of corny, but it felt like I was saved and like I was in better hands now. It felt like I was on the hospital bed, you know, the danger is over and I'm on the road to recovery. And the reason I say this is because I want you to experience this for yourself. You know, just delete the apps, bro. Just put the fries in the bag. Don't overthink it too much. You know, just send your number to the people you want to keep in contact with and delete Instagram, delete TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, whatever app it is that is taking away from your potential to live a better life. You know, delete your account if you desire. Just identify the things that you consume that might not be good for you, even if it's a hard pill to swallow. You know, is there a brain dead, low vibrational TV show or cartoon that you watch? Is there one nothing burger YouTube channel that you keep up with for drama, for gossip or distraction? Yeah, I'm trying to say, just identify where your attention is being siphoned away from you, whether that's willingly or unwillingly, and decide for yourself whether you want to reclaim it. But yeah, I mean, the reason I'm saying all this is your attention is your life force. You know, what you give your attention to eventually shapes the type of person that you become. You can use your attention to distract yourself, or you can use your attention to build something worthwhile. And so you gotta protect this attention, you know, you gotta guard your mind, bro. Just be aware of what you are consuming and how it is affecting you. Because in a world where everything is fighting for your attention, the person who has genuine agency to live their life on their own terms is just so powerful. And so if you can be the guy who decides who the flip he is and what he wants, then you can be truly unstoppable. But yeah, that's about all from me. If you enjoyed this video, you know, like, subscribe, comment, all of that, and check out this video here that YouTube thinks you'll like.